Hello, gentlemen, barbarians, savages. Rooster here. And today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the Second Amendment of the United States Constitution. And the reason I want to talk about this is because it is the smallest amendment. It is very tiny. It is just one sentence, but it means a lot to Americans. And the fact that one sentence can be so ill construed by so many people really drives me crazy. So I'm going to talk about it. It's one sentence, and I'm going to break it down for you precisely so you can understand exactly what it means. And when you see people talking about the Second Amendment on TV or around the coffee table or at the pizza parlor or at the church or whatever, you can direct them to this video or you can correct them yourselves because I think a lot of people have a misunderstanding. Okay? This is the entire Second Amendment. I'm going to read it to you. I'm going to read it to you twice. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. That is the entire Second Amendment. That's the entire thing, top to bottom. That's what it says. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Now let's break that sentence down and talk about it. A well-regulated militia. What is a militia? A militia is a group of people that are armed for the protection of the civilian population. Webster's dictionary defines it as a military force that is raised from the civil population to supplement a regular army in an emergency. So a military force of the civilian population, you, me, your neighbors, the people that go to church, the people up at the store, those people with guns conglomerated together to supplement the regular army in case of an emergency. That's key. They supplement the army. The people that are in the army, they supplement those people that are in the army. Okay? And that is necessary for the security of a free state. That's your state, the nation state of the United States, Michigan, Ohio, California, Oregon, or any state within that state. Could be a county militia. Could be a city militia. Okay? And then it says this, the right of the people. Right? This is a personal right in the Constitution for you as a person. The right of the people. Well, let's go back a little bit and talk about the security of a free state. What is it? Second Amendment is to arm a civilian population in an equivalent manner as the Army or the National Guard in order to create a militia that can protect your town, your village, your county from invasion of troops or to prevent invaders from using your house, eating your food, going after your wife and your children, your livestock. Okay? So if you are to arm a civilian population in an equivalent manner as the United States Army, what does that mean? Does the United States Army use hunting rifles? No. Does the United States Army use muskets? No. Does the United States Army use M16s and M4 carbine assault rifles? Yes. So in order for us to arm the civilian population in an equivalent manner, and that is required to have a well-regulated militia, that means that the militia should have the same weapons, infantry weapons, as the regular army, which is the M16A2 assault rifle and the M4 carbine assault rifle. So when you hear people talking about a ban on assault rifles, the fact of the matter is assault rifles, ironically, are the only rifles that you cannot ban under the Second Amendment. You could, in fact, ban hunting rifles, shotguns, handguns, any of that stuff can be regulated. But assault rifles cannot be. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? The one rifle that they can't ban under the Second Amendment is the one that they always want to try to ban. Okay? Now, you hear people talk about the Second Amendment and they'll say, and this is the argument that I always hear and it always pisses me off, you don't need an M16 to hunt deer. And I say to them, yeah, I don't need an M16 to cook pizza either. But the Second Amendment isn't about cooking pizza. I don't need an M16 to mow my lawn. But the Second Amendment isn't about mowing my lawn. The Second Amendment is about protecting myself and my family from armed troops. And in order for me to be able to shoot through their armor, their bulletproof vests, their and equivalent to their assault rifles, I need an assault rifle. The Second Amendment is about killing people. And I know that that is politically incorrect, but the Second Amendment is about a well-regulated militia that may take up arms against the United States Army. It may take up arms against people in the Senate, people in the executive branch, judges, anywhere where there's tyranny. Our founding fathers put the Second Amendment in there so that we have the ability to rise up against tyranny within our government and by a show of force take it over, just like they did to King George. And that's what you people have to understand. You people, I shouldn't say it that way. But that's what the Second Amendment's for. It's not about hunting deer. There's nothing in that sentence that I wrote, that I read to you that said, let's go hunt deer. No. Okay? So the last little part, the rights of the people to keep and bear arms. That means you're allowed to keep those guns in your house and you're allowed to use them when necessary in an emergency, and you're allowed to use it against troops that are marching down your street. Okay? And here's the very, very, very last part of the sentence. Shall not be infringed. Not regulated, not stopped, not outlawed, not anything. You shall not even infringe upon this right. You're not even supposed to come to the fringes of this right. That this right is so important that people be able to bear their own arms in their own house and on their own property, that you shall not infringe it. Okay? Law-abiding, sane citizens have the right to own assault weapons and any kind of weapons, and that right shall not be infringed. All right, guys, that's all I have to say. Next time you're in an argument with someone about the Second Amendment, break this little video out, put it in their face, let them know. All right? As always, take it easy.